What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Q&A with me. Uh, I know for the last couple of weeks I have not been doing these because I've been taking care of my body, to be honest with you guys, and that's actually quite important right now, especially in the weird times that we're in. Um, we need to start taking a look at ourselves and making sure that we are okay. And part of all of this and all of this craziness is something that I recently created. Um, and it actually went live today. Uh, it's the 21 day caveman challenge. And it's 21 days for you guys to be able to get the body that you want with limited amounts of exercise, limited amounts of equipment. So I made this as simple as possible for you guys to be able to use anywhere, whether it be in a gym, whether it be at home, whether it be in a park. Let me just get you the link for it. It is it's right here. There's the link. Feel free to take a copy of that and paste it to wherever you want. Um, like I said, like I made this super, super, super simple. You can use this anywhere that you want, wherever you are. Again, whether you're in a gym, you don't have to be in a gym. You can be uh, in a park. You could be at home. You could be on vacation in a hotel room, wherever you like, and you can actually just pound that out. It's 21 days straight of me talking to you and guiding you through your my three pillars of fitness, which is the first thing that you actually get when you sign up, and that's completely free. So it's like the first pillar is nutrition, my second pillar is rest and recovery, and my third pillar is exercise. And we cover all three pillars through the entire 21 days. So with that, I wanted to get onto today, which is the Q&A with me, and I'm creating this so we can actually converse. We can have a conversation. If you guys have any questions, please post them. Post them in the comments so I could see them, and I'll do what I can with whatever knowledge that I have to answer them to the best of my ability. Uh, I want to keep this simple, as simple as possible, and I want to stay on topic. And today's topic is lifting heavy. Uh, so there are some myths and misconceptions which I actually covered um, in my blog post over on medium.com. And you guys can go and take a read on that. That was on Monday. Some of the myths and misconceptions of, lifting heavy and not being able to drop some weight. Now I want to touch some of those um, things that I actually said, not just in the blog post, but also in my in my mini podcast that I released as well. Been doing a lot lately, uh, and I'm loving it. So basically, there's a misconception out there. If I lift heavy, I'm gonna look like a bodybuilder. In actuality, what happens is it's very hard for normal people to look like a bodybuilder simply because we don't want to put the amount of time and effort that goes into getting that kind of a body. Most bodybuilders actually spend an hour, 90 minutes twice a day in the gym, and they eat like horses. They just don't stop eating. And to be honest with you guys, most bodybuilders actually don't use a lot of steroids. The steroids is just a recovery tool. And there's so many bodybuilders from the great bodybuilders from the 90s, like Dorian Yates, like Kevin Lavaroni, like Sean Ray. All these guys, they don't really use that much steroids. Now, I'm not saying that they're good or bad. I personally do not like them as a performance enhancing drug. They are not. They should be used with medical supervision in and especially when you get off, it's very, very, very hairy and very, very tricky. Um, so when you lift heavy, what you guys have to understand is that you don't have to worry about looking like a bodybuilder. You're not going to. What actually happens is that you're tearing more muscle fibers and you're going to need more energy to help repair those muscle fibers. So the energy is actually, we have three basic energy sources. We have carbohydrates, we have fats, and we have protein. And all three of them are in our bodies. And we utilize them that way, right? So when we're working out, we're using carbohydrates right away. It's a sugar, so we're using the sugar. When we deplete the sugar, we start utilizing fat cells, and that's where, excuse me, that's where all the weight loss happens. If you start lifting really heavy, is you're utilizing your fat cells to actually fuel your muscles to build. So this myth of toning, nobody really tones any muscle. You build muscle. You use fat to build muscle. Now, the one thing that we want to get away from is, um, well, two things that we want to get away from is, one is utilizing all our fat cells, so we start getting into a protein burn, which we start using actually muscle to rebuild our muscle. Now we're starting to get into atrophy. We don't want to atrophy, we want to hypertrophy. We want nice strong muscles to help support our joints and limit the amount of pain that we're going to go through when we're um, getting older and feeling all these aches and pains as we get older. I know for a fact I'm starting to feel weird pains in myself. But anyways, the second thing that we want to do is that we want to avoid is utilizing, well, not utilizing, continuously utilizing sugar by adding more sugar so that we don't start using the fat cells. We want to avoid that. Now I know there's some people out there that they're saying, fruitarian, I got no problems with that, but there is a process in order for one person to go from standard North American European diet to complete fruitarian. You can't just jump in cold turkey. There has to be a progression to it. I'm not going to sit here and say that one diet is better than the other. I personally know people who are on fruitarian diets that have an amazing amount of energy, and it just seems like they're the Energizer Bunny. That is something that you're going to have to make on your own decision. I'm not going to tell you what to do. The 21-day caveman challenge, however, is based off of the paleo diet. So just so you guys know what you're getting yourselves into, we're removing a lot of carbs, empty carbs, and we're filling them up with proper carbs. So empty carbs being like high starchy carbs, like um, breads, spaghetti, like pasta, uh, very little potato. Potato is actually good, but too much potato is not, pardon me, too much potato is not actually very good for you. So we try and limit the amount of potatoes that we're eating during this 21-day period. So another thing that we actually look on the 21-day caveman challenge is um, your rest. Another thing that we look at is your recovery. We cover everything. We even have your exercise, like I said at the beginning of this. We even have your exercises down packed, so you guys don't have to think about anything. But getting back on the lifting heavy. Now, lifting heavy, like I don't know how many times I've actually been asked the question that these questions. I don't want to look like a bodybuilder. We already covered that. Oh, I don't want to get too strong. What do you mean you don't want to get too strong? That doesn't make any sense. I know a lot of women have this misconception that, oh, if I start lifting 50-pound dumbbells, I'm gonna start looking like a guy. I got something coming at you right now. You're not gonna look like a guy. There's no way that I can make a woman look like a guy unless I start altering bone structure. Yeah, bone structure, bone architecture, hormonal changes. Those two alone, I can't. It's impossible. It's an impossibility. Well, the hormonal thing is possible now with modern medicine, and the the bone structure. I mean, doesn't work. It doesn't work. Like you literally have to grab the pelvis, break the pelvis, reset it, take the shoulders, break the shoulders complex, rebuild it. You have to take the organs out and change them from the inside out. Forget about what it looks like on the outside. From the inside out, you have to take out all the organs and put in something else. You're not going to look like a guy. So don't worry about grabbing the 50-pound dumbbell if you can and just start doing it. Now, here the thing is with this 21-day caveman challenge is the beauty part about this is that you're using your own body weight. And this is something that we've been doing since the dawn of time. So this is, you don't have to worry about, like I said in the beginning, you don't have to worry about gyms. You don't have to worry about gyms being closed like they are here in Toronto again, which really doesn't make any sense. I mean, you can go get a tattoo, you can go to a dance studio, but you can't go to a bloody gym. Like I don't understand the anyways, that's political. I'm just trying to stay away from the politics of all this weird times. It's a little hard, but can you do your best, right? So yeah, so the whole 21-day caveman challenge is understanding how to use your body as the weight, and it's pretty heavy enough for the majority of people until it stops, and then something different has to change, and we slightly get into it, not really get into it, because this is like more of an introduction than it is an introduction um to exercise rather than actual exercise itself. So I wouldn't go too much into that. Anyways, I've said enough. I hope I have answered some questions that you guys have had. I hope you guys have read the blog post that we posted on Monday. If you still have any questions after this is recorded and stopped, just please put them in the comments. I will personally do my best to answer whatever questions that I can. And I'm going to end it. I hope you guys have a great night. And I will see you tomorrow. And I hope you guys take advantage of the 21-day caveman challenge. It is, I've worked tirelessly for over a month on this challenge, and I put so much time and effort into it, and I know it's going to help change your life. And with that, I wish you guys a good night, and I will see you tomorrow with another episode of John's Daily Bites.